boy, I'm ready to be on TV.
Now, does everyone have a great quote?
Definitely not. However, my character will prepare flashcards. It's
Perfect.
memorization time.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hmm.
You know
Let
that's
me
right.
think of a quote real quick.
Where can we find some quotes?
Here you go, Griff.
A
That's the uplifting primer PDF.
Fantastic. So, when last we had left off, also chances are we're probably gonna finish around 9:30ish, just as a heads up.
okay.
But let me click buttons. All right. So sure enough, the next few days come by relatively easily. From what you heard from the front, uh, the shelling has begun. You can actually see most of the artillery has moved from your current position, is starting to advance, so you can begin shelling further and further into Orcish territory. It seems as though now that there is a strong point in the Northwood section, the rest of the lines are being able to not necessarily advance, but now that there's a break, they're able to push through and begin consolidating more and more. It, from what you can tell from the communications, once the lines were breached, all the orcs began to pull back even further, resulting in a massive land grab for Imperial forces. So, with the news, with this sort of uplifting news already going all throughout the planet, the Imperial Guard has decided to capitalize on that in the only way it knows how, giving lots of people medals and pretending like everything's going according to plan, because for once, it actually is. So well done. You guys load up
Hey.
into a number of chimeras. Considering there's only 30 of your regiment or 30 of your company left alive, it's not too hard to do. And after several hours of driving, you're let off again where there's a shuttle. You board the shuttle, and after a few hours of flight, the shuttle sets down, and you can't see out of the windows because there aren't any windows. They don't really need you to be able to see. But as you finally feel the shuttle touch down, uh, the gangplank opens and you're on a massive landing pad in one of the city's many. Uh, it's not necessarily a hive city because, quite frankly, it's not that big, but it is one of the largest metropolitan areas of the planet. And as you look around, seeing all the ships, seeing all the people, you're starting to understand just exactly the scale of what it must have meant for the orcs to take one of these cities. And you're also starting to realize, holy fuck, how are we going to take this from the orcs?
Ooh, cityscape.
Everybody likes urban battlefields. It's fun. It's a good quote. So, as you guys settle out, you look around and you see Staff Sergeant Jones leans over and goes, "Look sharp, boys. Looks like the commissar made it along too." And as he points over, you see Commissar Hartley stepping out alongside both the captain and your lieutenant is currently with your squad. But as you all step out there, he calls everybody into formation. You line up in formation just like before. I'm not going to make you give command roles because you guys should know this already, and none of you are technically a sergeant. But you line up in formation as you're standing there. You see, you see. I see a fly. You see as everyone lines up. The captain, DeWare, walks up and goes, "All right, gentlemen, welcome." No, sorry, he doesn't have that one. "Welcome to our new fair city. Now, you may not have noticed just yet, but this is a rather vast place. It is easy to get lost. So, we are having all of you share the same lodgings that we made available. We've rented out one of the buildings. Uh, First 10 floors are ours. Now, the ceremony will be taking place in 2 days. That gives you 2 days to appreciate this city and all it's worth. Just make sure that since the only clothes you have are Imperial Guard uniforms, you behave yourself in accordance with the Imperial Guard standards. I repeat, so long as you are in uniform, you will abide by our rules and regulations. Now, considering that we lost so many of our soldiers, today is payday. However, the Imperial Guard, the Astra Militarum, has already allotted us funds for about 200 soldiers. And sadly, we only have about 30 soldiers left. Now, under normal circumstances, this payment would be allotted towards their funerary services. However, due to the nature of warfare, they were all dropped into a burn pit and incinerated, thus saving quite a bit as far as military funds were concerned. So, I am not able to hold on to this money. I am obligated to distribute it to my soldiers. And as you are the only soldiers remaining, we have broken it down to where each of you will be receiving 2,500 chits for this pay period.
Dang.
Try
Way to
not to
go.
spend it all in one place. So, with that being said, you have all been given data slates. Well, not all of you, but every fifth one of you. So, find your friend, stay in your squad, and don't get lost. This data slate has the addresses of the lodging. It has the parade ground. Sergeant Jones, you're responsible for your 15 personnel. So, without further ado, I'm going to go, well, have my ear chewed on by some of the local magistrates. You do me a favor and try to enjoy the city in my absence. Dismissed. With that, he about faces and he walks off towards a hover car with Commissar Hartley. Staff Sergeant Jones goes, "Right, well, you heard him. So long as you are in uniform, you will abide by the Imperial Guard rules and regulations. I would like to point out that according to this here map on our data slate, just a good hour walk from our lodging is a wholesale clothing establishment and retail facility. Use that information how you will. In the meantime, I'll be going to the lodgings. You can either accompany me or do whatever the fuck you want. But if you are not standing outside of your hotel door at 2200 this evening, I will come and I will find you. And if I find you, there's a chance no one else will. So, let's all get some medals and not act like assholes. War's almost over. Let's go be big damn heroes." And with that, he marches off. You can see there's a series of elevators and walkways and pathways that connect different parts of the cities. What would you all like to do?
Well, I think it's time to go and appreciate some of the finer things like clothing.
Yeah, you
Uh,
only have your dress uniform. Oh, and technically the one that's still covered in blood from the guy you acquired it from.
Yep, that probably needs a washing.
Probably. Yeah.
So that's what
Joy's
I'm
gonna
gonna go
find the
do.
closest titty bar.
Just go straight to
Oh,
the wall in uniform.
Oh yeah. Oh
All
yeah.
right.
They'd love a soldier. Come on.
loving it. All right, you go off trying to find, and I quote, a titty bar.
Big B will go to Scipio.
All right. Big B's gonna go try and find the children's section of the wholesale clothing emporium. And what of our ever wonderful Alexander the Engineer, now with his new guns,
Stand attention for the next few hours in place.
saluting his
We're
his
about to leave.
mechadendrite,
Look over at Alexander. Alexander, come with us.
his mechadendrite just randomly saluting people as they walk by, just in case. There's a
Not worth the
janitor with a
risk.
mop.
You have money. Let's spend it. Besides, I'm sure you won't enjoy going to the titty bar, as George so elegantly put it.
I'm gonna find some space cocaine and go see some space titties.
Fine. Go eat a lug
Alexander,
nut or something.
Alexander, would you like to travel to the actual lodging area where you're expected to be at 2200 hours, or would you like to just literally just stay on that landing pad? All right, Alexander, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because you have the location, and I believe you have the matrix in your head that lets you just know where the fuck you are. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have the fun brain box device.
Fun brain.
So everybody else, though, Scipio and Bigsby, you managed to find the clothing emporium without much difficulty. Tabor, I'm gonna need you to roll me a navigate surface test.
Oh gosh, we're about to find George completely lost.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Jort might end up getting arrested. You can tell by the sound effects around me. Ooh, that's taking forever. Oh, because I added a weird thing into it. Gotcha.
The Airbites are gonna come beat me with a stick.
Roll
Oh,
1d100.
Alright. That's a
Ha!
5.
Ah! Alright, you even beat my good reroll. Alright. So, you wander through the city for a while before you realize that you are not one of the people assigned a data slate. Like, you don't have one. You've just been looking around trying to see signs that are for a titty bar. And eventually, you find there's a few places you walk into that you're pretty sure should be titty bars, right? Like the Gilded Stallion and Glitter Gulch. These all sound like strip clubs. The the Matador. How could that not be a strip club? The Green Frog. These all are fantastic strip club names. None of them are. There's the Gay Dolphin. There's the Rambunctious Ram. There are so many stores that turn out to just be pretty basic. Like one's a sign repair shop, but eventually you run across one known as the Weathered Sheath. You're like, this has to be a titty bar. And as you go inside, you can see a bouncer, heavily modified in cybernetics, looks down at you and goes, "Guardsman, huh?
Yes, sir.
Alright. What's your business here at the Weathered Sheath?"
Well, it kind of sounded like a place where you get Viagra, so I decided to check it out.
"Of a kind. Only downside is we don't take chits. Only real money. Have you got anything to barter? I'm not sure if you've
Ah,
noticed, the city's in a bit of an inflation situation."
I can make you a sandwich.
He looks around and goes, "Right, go for it then. Find me a sandwich. Have you got one in your pocket?"
I No, can I use y'all's kitchen?
"Look, if we had food, we'd cook our own damn food."
What what kind of strip club don't got a kitchen, boy?
Oh, we feed other appetites here, sir.
Where am I supposed to get my chicken wings? All right, I come back.
See what you do. And good luck. And
And then I walk away and I turn back around and I go, where's the closest bank?
bank. Most of these banks have closed down 2-3 years ago. Took just about everybody's money with it.
Well, shit.
That is exactly what we said, though with a bit more antipathy at the time. Look, if you ain't got coin, that's fine. If you want to make it, well, you seem like a big lad. The weathered sheath has a number of different vices that it settles. If you like, well, we can put you in as a brawler. Get some coin that way. You win a fight, good, you make some money. You lose a fight, good, you still make some fucking money.
What
So,
am I going to be fighting, titties?
maybe it depends on who comes in so desperate enough to make coin. Look, I don't know who's in there yet. It's usually it's the regulars though. Look, you're a big Imperial guardsman. You should be able to figure this out. I mean, ain't no soldiers here, just a lot of unemployed, desperate folk looking for enough coin to make the next fix. So you bust up these houses, you spend it on some of the gals inside. Who knows? Maybe you'll make such a splash, they'll spend the money on you.
All right, I'll do some wrestling.
Alright, well, you're not armed, are you? I don't see anything on you.
I do have that hand cannon that nobody ever took from me.
Right, he goes, alright, head on inside then. And,
All right, I guess I'll.
as,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, as you get inside, you start going down, and you realize that this is a super shady fucking place, bro. Like, as soon as you step in, there's just a bunch of people that all turn their heads and look at you. Like there's a bunch of smoke in the air. And yeah, there's dancers, and there's a lot of dancers, and they're pretty talented. They're also covered in tattoos. And not nice tattoos.
Yeah,
Almost like
it's the gangers.
more like property tattoos. Many of them are just outwardly derogatory towards the people that they're on. But as you start going around there, you do notice that there are women and men walking around scantily clad, selling drinks. And as you get down there, you notice that like people are like using chits to buy shit in here. And as you walk in, you hear a guy goes, "Right, so Jason has already told us you're gonna be competing in the next match. Brave lad. Sign here and here. Put your fingerprint here, and we'll have you on your way.
All right.
Would you like to put any money down on your battle?"
Uh, no, I'm not too confident.
Alright, so good news is you win this fight, you get 5 coins. Just by participating, you get 2. If you win, well, you can go in for a double header. Prize money will double. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
Alright then. Head on down. Have yourself a go. You're a guardsman, aren't you?
I am, in fact, a guardsman.
Well, you don't want to mussy up your uniform. If you want, you can put your things in the back.
All right, my own little locker.
Well, it's not so much a locker so much as a clothes hanger, but you know, same. And are you, as you go back there, are you gonna put? I imagine you're gonna put your blouse up, but are you gonna also hide your handgun, or you want to keep the handgun on you?
Uh, yeah, I'll put the handgun in there for now. Oh wait,
Fantastic.
am I fighting yet or nah? Fuck it, just keep it in there.
Just keep it in where? On you or
In
in the
the
chest?
In the locker room or whatever.
Okie dokie. So as you get in there, you see a servitor. No, you see a pretty scrawny looking guy. Hold on just a moment. And he looks at you and he goes, right, I got this. Come on then. And you see the guy down there like, wait for the bell. You gotta wait for the fucking bell. What are you doing, man? Calm down. And he's like, right, yeah. But fuck you. But yeah. And as you look at him, you're starting to realize, like, yeah, he's a super skinny guy. His eyes are completely bloodshot, and his heart rate, his head, his like chest is like you can hear his heart beating from here. And as this is going on, roll me some initiatives as you guys roll in for the battle. And as you step in, you realize that there's a guy who hands you a pair of brass knuckles.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, let's
Gosh,
get
giving
the.
Jort actual weaponry for this. Oh, he's about to beat someone. And doesn't go first.
I don't know. Probably.
Yes, you are in fact.
Yeah, I have weapon
all
skill.
all
Yeah.
soldiers get low tech, which is what this is. So, Jort, you are going second as our addict friend decides to slug it out with you. And he does so by charging directly at you, screaming at the top of his lungs. And you can hear the announcer going, right. And it looks like Gerald is off using his trademark Orc War combat style, learned from his time as a refugee fleeing the Orc internment camps. Good luck, Gerald, you crazy, crazy bastard. And let's see if he hits. As he charges ya. No bonuses. No. He walks in, screaming, "Wah!" And he just literally just starts windmilling his arms at you.
All right. what do
Put
you
him down
want me
easy.
to? What do you want me to roll? Weapon skill or?
Yes. So this would be. Do you have a melee weapon in your character sheet yet?
Yeah, I have the mono knife.
All right. So just roll the mono knife, and we'll just put in the damage separately.
Okay.
Cause that's how we do it. Now you can go all out. That'll give you a plus 30, but it means that you cannot counter.
Yeah, I'll go all out. Can you half aim with all out, or is that a full action?
It's a full action.
Full action. Okay, that's fine.
I completely forgot what I was clicking on. Oh yeah, I'm looking for you. Duh.
Oh, I missed.
I get the feeling that this is gonna be a long fight, boys.
It's usually
It's
how
just
it goes.
beginning.
We're just getting warmed up. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Double windmill. Bart Simpson style.
I don't want to like break this guy's like spine, so I'm just going easy on him.
Yeah, he keeps flailing his arm, and you're just sort of like, but he's like, but you see as he's going there, like he's just like, yeah, fuck you, huh? You can't attack me if you're too busy getting attacked. That's just science.
Then he like sissy slaps me, so I pick him up and just fucking bane his spine in half.
Oh, that's a hit.
Let's
All
see if
right,
you do it. Oh, you do.
1d
5.
1d5 plus 4, 0 penetration. But you
Oh,
also
okay.
add.
So
It's just whap. And as you hit him, you deal 1 point of fatigue to him. Goes, and he goes right back to trying to hit you. Ooh. Yeah. Does that
The
even?
minimum.
I assume I'm not wearing armor right now.
You are
So
not.
yeah. So that would do like what, 3 damage to me?
Yeah, your toughness is 4, correct?
Yeah.
All right, you take 3 points of damage, and you have 1 level of fatigue. Bear that in mind. For the sake of combat, though, all that means is you have a -10 to your attack rolls. So good luck.
Okay.
And then after that, basically you can take fatigue up to your toughness level. So if you take 5 hits, you're done.
Okay. I'll hit him with like a RKO.
Ooh, yeah. Hit him again. Roll that damage.
Another 10.
Oh, I should point out, you're actually doing way more damage because you add your strength to this. It's 1d5 plus 4, but then you also add your strength modifier of whatever that is.
Oh yeah. So another +4.
Okay, he's down. Yeah. So he run. How would you like to do this? As he's windmilling, your first one, you just sort of like you see the windmill coming, and you step to the side, and as you step to the side, you just hit him right in the liver. How would you like to take him out?
When he's like windmilling me and I hit him in the gut, I'll be like, "This how you windmill, boy!" And I'll hit him with like a hammer fist right at the top of the head.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's like ka-thunk. He's like, and you get his head sinks into his shoulders briefly as his legs give out, and he just thunk. And you see the crowd's like, "Woo! Yeah! You hit him in the head, like hard. He didn't like it. Nice." But over the announcer, like it's a very loud, obnoxious loudspeaker, and he goes, "Right, and we have the guardsman himself, victorious. Come and get your prize, or double or nothing for the next contestant."
Uh, what time is it right now?
You do not have a chrono, I don't believe. I believe
Oh,
you took someone's, and I think it went missing. Because
yeah.
because Arkloid's first character had it. Did you take it from him? I thought you did. Did somebody else
No,
take it?
one of the sergeants took it to me gave it to
Oh,
me
that's right.
because I was late for something.
Hmm.
Oh, so you still have it? Well, no, I
I
thought
don't
they gave it to,
remember.
yeah, they gave it to Arkloid. But yeah. So, you have no idea what time it is. But it's probably
Uh,
early.
yeah, I probably got time for another fight.
Alrighty then. So, next one saddles out, and this person is substantially larger.
I figured as much.
And as he looks at you, he goes, "So you're a guardsman then? Funny, I thought you would be taller."
I will break you.
"Yeah, that's one possibility. Alternatively, I'm going to leave you laying in the dust like so many of your brethren." And he spits on the ground and he goes, "Do it then. And let's roll some initiatives."
Let's see if Jor can roll higher than 3.
Probably not.
I don't think that's an option for him. No.
Literally.
Alrighty then. So, this time around, you watch as you get charged yet again. And hold on a second. As they try to do a swift attack on you.
I'll put a sneaky on me.
Something like that. Ooh, swing and a miss. He comes out and he's like, 1-2 real quick, and you manage to like step out of the way. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll do like the Floyd Mayweather, like lean back, and I'll hit him with like an uppercut. And I'll be like, "You can't stop me, even if they stop me."
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh fuck! It doesn't have to.
Yeah, as soon as you do this, like you come in with a punch, and he just ducks under. He grabs your arm and locks it, and just tries to punch you right in the face. I'm gonna say he gets a bonus on this one since you critically failed. So let's give it a shot as he tries to do that good old swift attack. Yeah, so he's gonna hit you 2 times. See how he does.
I could try to dodge it. You got a
Yeah,
reaction.
he actually can't because he went all out on his last attack.
Yeah, I went
Oh,
all
yeah,
out.
there you go. That'll
It's a
do.
slugfest.
You can say that again. You take 11 points of damage, followed by 8 points of damage. Just tunk, tunk.
Alright, so then
Yeah, so that would be 19 minus what, 8? So well,
yeah.
yeah, so you take 11 points of damage right there.
Okay, so 11 points of damage. I would be at 14 out of 16 right now.
But you count upwards, so you have 2 wounds remaining, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's your turn, buddy.
Alright, I'll hit him with like a headbutt.
All right, go for it. Roll your
Do I
attack.
have any minuses?
Technically you have a -10 because you're still fatigued from the last fight,
Oh, right, yeah.
and you are at 3 fatigue out of 4. So if you take 2 more fatigue, you're knocked out.
Oh no.
Mm. Yeah, you see the big guy looks at you again and goes, "Honestly, this is embarrassing."
They
And he
call me
is
try
going.
again, George.
All right, that's a hit. Would you like to try? Oh, you went all out again, though, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh God.
Right, and then
All
I just like
right.
drop. He just like punches me in the neck, and I'm like, and go down.
All righty then. So technically, you're still in the fight. You'll just start taking critical damage.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are at
Uh,
like critical what?
did I heal my critical wounds from before?
Yes, you are at basically max health once again.
There we go.
But you'll
Oh, okay.
subtract 4 from this, so you've actually taken 8 damage, which means 6.
So then I'm back at crit 6 again,
But this time,
or crit 4. I don't know. I can't do math.
so yeah, it should be 6.
Okay.
Because you had 2 wounds, and then you took 8, so you're at critical 6. But it is for impact, and I believe to the body. Actually, can someone look up where he hit while I look up critical 6?
25.
Dios.
So that would be the left arm.
Yep, that's right.
Left arm, good times.
Oh no, it breaks one of my fingers or some of my fingers.
Oh, did you post it already? Nice.
No, I just looked it up. Impact critical effects arm.
All right, read it out.
Uh, okay, so the attack pulverizes the target's hand, crushing and breaking 1d5 fingers. I already lost a pinky, so I guess that'd be 1d4.
On the
uh,
same on the same one?
I don't remember which hand it was, but
All right,
I lost a
1d4
pinky somewhere.
fingers. All right,
The
2 of your
target
fingers are
suffers one
crushed.
level of fatigue and immediately makes a toughness test, or suffers 2 permanent weapon skill and ballistic skill.
Uh-oh. Make that toughness.
All right. All right, toughness. Oh no.
Oh, there you go, pal. So with that, uh, yeah, that's a KO. As as you try to headbutt him, he kind of moves his shoulder into your headbutt, and as you're stacking back, he grabs your hand, turns your wrist, and just breaks your fingers before kicking you in the head, and you lose consciousness.
I did it.
All right, so roll me 1d. Actually, that's not good. Roll me 3d3.
Oh, that is ED3.
Close, very close.
At least he didn't ask you to roll 2d10 plus 29 times.
Yeah, right. You wake up 6 hours later, bud. And
Okay.
as you glance around, you stagger back to the locker room, and all of your things are gone. The giant duffel bag with your dress uniform and all of your extra gear is gone, as well as your blouse and your revolver. Oh, I'm sorry, no, that is still hanging up, but you no longer have your bag full of accoutrements.
That's fine. I guess I'll just take my jacket and my gun and just shuffle out the door with my head down.
Well, before that happens, uh, you realize that you're way past curfew. Meanwhile,
Oh,
everyone else, Scipio,
Yeah,
Bigby, you
it's
managed to find
shopping time.
you managed to find a clothing emporium. It's quite nice.
Oh, this is lovely. So, Bigby, which one do you think fits you better? Bad boy or bad to the bone? These are the only two good children-sized ones I found.
Too bad it doesn't say burn to the bone.
Bad to the bone it is. So we're shopping. I'm probably gonna end up going a little bit punk. Sunglasses, dark shirt, edgy slogan.
Nice. You managed to find a T-shirt that's a picture of a heavy bolter, and right across it says "Smile, wait for flash." And
Hey,
then
perfect.
in small print it says Imperial photo booth.
Ooh. Good enough.
So
It's edgy.
there you go. Yeah, it was that or a picture of a Mobius loop, which sadly doesn't have enough edges. So
Yeah, it's sort of it's sort of literally edgeless. Difficult.
so you managed to get all this. You have your clothes. What would you like to do with your day?
I guess quick question, how much does that cost?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How much did it cost?
Oh, so for your entire ensemble, it is 300 chits.
Okay.
That be each.
Correct.
All right, that's
You
perfectly
notice
fine.
that these are like you notice it's funny because you know that there's a lot of clothes and these are clearly secondhand clothes, and as you're looking through all of them, they're clearly like already worn, but you do manage to find some pretty cheap clothing here. You also notice that you look around, there's a number of other soldiers that have also have a similar thing in mind, and they have also are shelling out chits. And you can see as they're going through the data sites, like, yeah, I don't know, the Green Frog, is that a strip club? Nah. What the Weathered Sheet? Nah, I hear they robbed the shit out of you, that place. Uh, let's try Creme. Either it's a strip club or it's an ice cream parlor. Either way, it's a win. Yeah.
Seems like they only got one thing on their mind, Bigby. So, Bigby,
Right.
what is it
Yes.
you used to do in your free time?
Right, it's a beach episode, folks.
Exactly.
I like to go hunting, but I doubt we have time for that.
I think that's probably not possible even within the city. Look at it, it's so overdeveloped.
Yes. We can check out the music scene in this area.
Oh, music sounds wonderful. Well, uh, what type of music do you like? And he's just like scratching the back of his head, like trying to figure out social direction and hobbies.
Both kinds, heavy metal and death metal.
Well,
Definitely
lead
pick
the
the right
way.
shirt.
Yeah, we got the
All
right
right.
shirts for it.
Roll me a navigate surface, but you have just put 20 at the end of your roll.
Hey. Who's gonna roll that? Big B, do you want to give a roll? Navigate.
What stat does that roll with?
Intelligence.
Well, I see. I have an entire 22 intelligence.
I have slightly more, but we are both untrained, aren't we?
Yes. So
All right.
I'll roll.
Yeah, go ahead. Everyone shows up at the same club.
All right. So you
Oof.
managed to find a bar known as the Heavy Metal. And as you get there, you walk in and like surprisingly there isn't even like a bounce or anything. It's just a completely featureless metal door and there's a little slot that fits a chit card. Put the chit card in or you can not put the chit card in. It's up to you.
I'll do it.
All right. You find out that you now have 200 less chits. Mark it down.
Okay.
The door opens, and literally it opens like shink, and you see a little counter. 3, 2, 1. What would you like to do?
Open the door and go in.
All right. You manage to both get in before the door goes shink,
Yeah.
shuts behind you. You realize it's pretty dimly lit in here, and as you go down, you can hear this sort of strange music. Dun, 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 dun. And as you go down, you notice that there's like weird pictures for like a death metal area. Like it's just weird. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. And as you're looking, you can see that it's like a schematics of like different pieces of machinery that are like gradually like laid out, sort of like an MRI where it's like scanned out. So it's like you can see the casing, then you can see like the inner layer, then you can see the circuit boards. And
I
as
see
you
like an
as
exploded
Oh.
view of
and
something.
yeah, exactly. And as you go through the next one, and like there's literally just an entire like portrait at the end, like sort of above the final door frame. It's just 1000101100001, and you're like, and as you go down there, you see there's like 15, maybe 20 tech priests all around, and like they're not even really chairs, they're just sort of like leaning areas that are held up by their mechadendrites. And as you're looking, you realize that they're all plugged into these outlets either on the floors or the ceilings with their mechadendrite. And as they look to the center stage, it's literally just like engine seer initiate who
Mhm.
walks out covered in sacred unguents and oil, and who gradually dismantles pieces of machinery and then cleans them and then puts them back while lighting sacred unguents and reciting the appropriate prayers before eventually but like taking it off, lifting it up as it tees and putting it back down, then sliding it away completely, and then gradually fitting everything out exactly the way it could be. And you see over in the corner there's a couple tech priests that are paying extra to be able to go through the sacred rites for different uh very rare pieces of machinery and tech that is not easy to come across on this planet. And you see one gets a little bit too excited and another mechadendrite just slaps its hand, falls down.
I'm just gonna lower my sunglasses over Big V. It's like we found the nerd club.
I wonder if that binary up there is a dirty joke.
Well, I mean, I guess as long as we're here, we may as well make the best of it.
Yeah, what would you guys like to do? As there's a servo skull flying around, and it has a couple drink things and another chit slot, so you could like slide another chit card in.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right,
See what I
its
get.
its little robot hands pulls out two glasses, and literally from its mouth, it just vomits this dark drink into each one, and then flies off.
Could I make some kind of roll to make sure that it is not poison for tech priest only?
Yeah, definitely. Roll a chemist roll.
Chemist.
Great
Don't have
chemist.
that. Got science. I got Imperial Creed. I got War.
Tell you
How
what,
about
raise it to your lips and then roll science or like your whatever it is you normally roll to see whether or
Mhm.
not you're going to dodge an attack.
Oh, that's usually just perception.
Okay, so you're using that, what's it called, the prescience?
Yeah, foreboding
Yeah, okay,
is
yeah,
the spell.
I would allow you to use your foreboding. If this is like a fast acting poison, you'll know.
Okay,
If it's not a
let's
fast
let's
acting poison, you won't.
let's give it a try. So this will be with plus 15, minus 10 because it's a difficult power in the first place and dodging is hard. But let's do it. So this is based off of perception. Nope, I don't dodge death.
No, as you raise it to your lips, everything just gets kind of fuzzy as you try to like view into the future, and you can't quite do it. And as you drink this, you do taste almost like licorice, like a dark licorice, as you
Hmm.
realize this is some sort of absinthe cocktail.
Oh, sweet. I'll do it. I'll drink the rest of
I
it
was about
then.
to say it was a Jaeger bomb made with WD-40.
So I'll
So
happily drink to that.
Big B will get 1 too.
And I
All
guess,
right,
yeah.
mark another 200 off your chits. You guys are burning through your chits today.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually spending them instead of getting beaten up.
Yeah.
I'm getting robbed.
As this is going on, how late do you guys want to stay there?
Uh, Probably for a little bit. There's some tech priests here, and we could probably at least talk with them. They probably have some interesting things. Maybe they'd be willing to part with some of them. So we're just talking them up. Or at least I am.
And well, I wonder
Fantastic.
how interested they'd be.
How would you like to get their attention? As these two meat bags go into their super secret, fun little laboratory of debauchery and delights, and you sit down next to them, and you realize it's kind of hard to sit down because these are basically just leaning posts that are designed for mechadendrites to plug into power channels.
Hmm.
But as you sit there drinking your absinthe, you see one of the least modified engine seers looks over at you and goes, "You're not very modified. Did you just start your initiation?"
Not yet, but I got a friend who's very far along. New cyber arms lately.
Ah, yes. Well, if he's in the market for any cybernetic hearts, we have the new T50s in stock.
Hmm. Uh,
I'm just
he
here with
might
them.
be interested in some of those, but tell me what
He'd
else
be
you got.
interested. I'd be willing to give a first-time discount for anyone willing to step away from the limitations of the flesh. Ours is a holy journey, and while you may not ever be able to fully appreciate the extent of your cybernetic implants, well, for the right price, I would be honored to put you down that path. Maybe some.
Very tempting.
You look like Imperial Guardsmen. Maybe some subskin dermal armor to compensate for that cardboard they so frequently equip you with. Maybe some synth
Honestly,
skin.
you're absolutely right. Mm.
Yes, that would be nice. Is it fireproof by any chance?
We could
Yeah,
attempt to
just
make
give
it
a quick
fire.
look to Bigby.
I can understand why you would need it. It is not fireproof, however, it does have other advantages, and it can replace your currently damaged, thermally raided flesh. Also, my good friend, Jeffrey, he has a new batch of synthetic muscle, lab grown. Quite nice.
Hmm.
Should take
George would
some of the
probably love
sting out of
that.
carry those heavy packs.
Hmm. Uh, and of course, I'll probably take a moment and go, how'd you know we were guardsmen?
Yeah, so all of your faces are in the internal database.
Oh, you just check the database.
Right. I don't really care for features, but the symmetry is useful.
Fair enough. So, sell me on the subdermal armor, and I will actually start negotiating with him.
Yeah, fantastic. So for 4,000 chits, because I know you all compete in chits, we would be willing to provide you with not only the subdermal armor, but also the surgical time and expertise necessary to implant it. It's a little bit complicated, a little bit painful out of stretching of skin, but by the end of it, you'll have armor underneath your skin so that at no point can you be taken, well, without a level of protection available.
Hmm. Well, we're a bit limited on time, so we're gonna have to work this out. But hey, could I go ahead and roll commerce to see how much I can actually talk him down on it? So
Yeah, go for it.
we
I
are
Roll
about
probably
me
started with
commerce.
2,000 chits, so I'm not going to have enough
you.
right now.
You started with like 300, I believe, was what was said. And then I don't think we ever got any other paydays. So
Nope.
yep. So that's what I've been working with here. So here's a commerce test. It does not go well. He does not lower his price one bit.
Look, this is already the
But
greatest
I'll try.
discount I can provide you.
Hmm.
If
How
it's
about
too much,
discount for me for my for less use of material? Nope.
right, if
All
you're
right.
not serious, you know where to find us. Come back when you have the money.
Now,
In the meantime, you distracted me. This is a Pulsar 550 anti-rad missile system that they're about to dismantle, and I don't want to miss it. So, if you would be so kind.
Well, Scipio, if I gave you my chits, what would you consider giving me in return?
For those
ooh,
chits,
Big B, we can have a nice long talk about getting you anything you want. Cause trust me, I can get you it.
I'm not entirely sure what you would like. Look, I'm all about cybernetic implants. If you're looking for run-of-the-mill weapons dealing, try the weathered sheath. That's where they get most of their things done anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, my offer, Bigby, I can get you literally anything you want.
Well, then,
Are you gonna
get
make that
2,000
donation?
chits. He'll give Scipio his card.
All right.
All right.
4,000.
And you, my good friend, who is this person who we are to speak to about weaponry?
Yes. His name is Mosley. He's down at the Weathered Sheath. It's a fight/strip club run by possibly some of the most despicable people on the planet. Refugee hiver scum. Apparently, when they had to flee the city that was overrun by the orcs, they, well, rather than continue on fighting for the PDF, they just took their weapons and disappeared into the city. So, there's that.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, so I got the money. If you get it ready, I got a bit of a time schedule that I gotta keep. You know that we're gonna be in and out here, and I can't miss the things that I gotta do. If you can find a way to schedule around that, we got the money.
Well, if you have the chits, then I suppose the only thing that needs to be done is 6 hours of your time.
Perfect. I think that we can manage that tomorrow. We've probably been out a bit too long as it is.
Yes,
And
it's
just to
a bit
clarify,
late.
the schedule we got was definitely we have like 2 days to mess around, right?
That's correct.
Cool. So yeah, tomorrow's perfect.
All right, you get back to your barracks lodging. You see Alexander just standing stock still right in front of his door. As
Alexander.
you're walking back, you realize that the door that Alexander was assigned isn't for a room; it's for a storage closet. You're not sure if that was intentional. Or
As long as he's
preferably.
standing around it, I suppose. Signs his- go into the back to the real
Bender
room.
bending around. Yeah, exactly. It's like, why don't you just live in my closet?
Alexander. Alexander. Hey. I know you don't want to talk to me, but you know, some of your friends, they're actually very nice to talk to. No, you don't want. Oh, yeah. No, of course you don't. But look, I know you just got these new arms, but you always seem like you're going to get new things. We found a place. And it's not like you're spending that money on anything else. Certainly not clothes.
Gives you
Sure.
the directions.
We found the heavy metal over on X and Y. It's not that far of a walk. We'll be going there tomorrow. If you will come with us, we can go together. Coordinates on the day slate. Yep, right there. And say, you haven't happened to have seen Jord. I don't think we've seen him since we got here. No? Uh,
It's
well,
around
I
this
hope he's not
time.
lost.
It's around this time that you hear a bunch of people being like, "Who would have thought Cream would have been a strip club slash ice cream parlor? I didn't know such glorious things could even exist." Like, hey! That one liked you a little bit though, like a little bit. The vanilla joke was very funny. She laughed a little, mostly with you, only a little bit at us. So
Oh, here's
I
the
think
strip club party.
I think tomorrow, and he just sort of falls asleep while being carried.
Yeah, and I'll like look at the guy carrying him, and I'll just like ask, "Is Jord with all of you?" He said he was gonna look for the same thing. Well, maybe not the ice
Uh,
cream part.
no, we didn't see Jort. I imagine he might have been trying to work in the kitchen in the back, but like, let's be honest, man, not so good. So,
Hmm.
judging by the
Oh,
quality of that, they had ceremonial grade matcha soft serve, bro. I don't even know what most of those words mean. So, but it tastes like green. So, I had
came
a
back
pint.
newly married.
Yeah, as a
Huh,
matter of
ice
fact, you do
cream.
see some people like, did you see some people like rings on? Like, well, that's weird.
Mhm.
You don't understand. I love her. We're meant to be together. Dude. Johnny got married. Yeah, to a
He said
toaster.
I was the one.
She said. She said, I don't want you to leave yet. And I said, well, I have to do it. And she's like, no, you don't understand. You haven't paid your tab. I'm like, no, I don't want to leave you too. And then we had to go. So, but as they all line up sort of drunkenly along the walls. uh, yeah. So as they sort of line up in front of their doors, sort of leaning against the walls. You see the sergeant, Staff Sergeant Jones, comes out. He's also pretty shit faced, and he's sort of hanging on the other sergeant, Sergeant Gates, who is this like
Hmm.
pretty trim, pretty short, maybe 30-year-old female with a ridiculous buzz cut. And a tattoo of a pit bull on her knee, which you can only see because they both come back in Hawaiian shirts and shorts.
Interesting choices.
Yes.
Well, it looks like they had fun.
Right, so who ain't here? Where the fuck are they? If you're not here, say aye. Cool, so everybody's here. Awesome. Have a good night. Wait a second. And he sort of leans back. He walks down. And he looks at Jort's room. Has anyone seen Private Jort
Head
or
shakes all around.
Private Malkinson for that matter? And they're like, oh, yeah, he was asleep on a train. We tried to wake him up, and he said no, he was already in bed. And then we were like, no, seriously, you have to go. And then the Arbites showed up, so we left. Yes. Sergeant Gates, could you please call the local Arbit sector and see if they have an Imperial Guard in lockup? The rest of you, that is fucked up leaving one of your own to be passed out and picked up by the goddamn hacks. On the other hand, I am remarkably impressed that we only have 2 missing people. And he looks immediately over at Bigby and he goes, Bigby, where is your ridiculous backwoods friend? And in what kitchen did you last see him?
Sir, we went shopping and he went his own way. Had I known he needed an escort, I would have followed him.
Right, but then he didn't though, and now he's gone. So nobody knows where Private Jort is at. Everyone just sort of meets him with silence. He goes,
Yeah.
right. Okay, fine. Let's get started then. Alexander, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. And that favor is I'm gonna give you a signal, and I'm gonna need you to track it and then forget you know it exists. All right, fantastic. So this is for Private Jort's internal tracker. You could be so kind as to give us the GPS coordinates so we might retrieve him.
There we go. Sounds like a tech use.
Hmm. Oh, that was not nearly as much of a success as I thought it would be, but well done.
Well, I mean, it still probably has the +2, right? Yeah.
Ah, there you go. So yes, you've managed to identify him almost exactly 20 meters below street level at a location which is affiliated with an establishment known as the Weathered Sheath.
Hmm. Well, that doesn't sound like a great place. Probably why he's there. Hmm.
Right. I'm guessing it's a whorehouse. So, buddy, come with me.
Well, as long as I'm here with you, Sergeant, he's coming home. Don't worry.
All right, you guys set off to go retrieve Jort. Jort, you stagger in to the area.
All right.
And your stuff is gone, your blouse is still there, and surprisingly, your revolver is also still there. What would you like to do?
Uh, I guess I'll take my jacket and my revolver and just try to get back to everyone else.
All right. As you get your stuff, you start to go back up the staircase that you had been let down to get into the fight pits, and you realize that the door is locked. Now, as you look around, you can also notice that there are a few other staircases, but they mostly lead down.
Well, shit. I guess I'll just try the closest staircase.
All right. You don't want to try and break the door down or anything heroic.
Nah.
Yeah.
What about
You
those bulging biceps?
cradling your broken hand. You start making your way, looking to see if there's anyone around. You do hear some music from the lower level, and as you start making your way down the lower level, uh, you're sort of led into this what appears to be a very ancient cellar, very old. And as you look around, you notice that there's a few of the fighters from before, especially the large one who kicked the shit out of you previously. And there's also a number of the dancers from earlier hanging out, this time clearly lounging, not for payment, but out of leisure. And as you walk up, you hear one of them go, looks like a nasty injury to that hand there. You should probably
Yeah, it hurts a little.
you should probably get it looked at.
You got a doctor around here?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's in the back. Come with me.
All
So,
right.
what rank are you anyway?
Uh, Trooper.
Trooper. It sounds important. Is it important?
Yeah. They call me the Super Trooper.
Why? Why?
No reason in particular.
It's not a
I
very
just like
exciting
that
story.
movie.
Well, here we go. And as she leads you in the back, she goes, "Right. So, what unit did you say you were with? And if you don't remember the actual unit, you can just say that you tell her the unit."
Yeah. I don't remember our unit.
Unit 1, 2, 3,
No,
4, 5, same as my
wanna
luggage.
be fucking Kriegsman.
Actually, I wonder if I wrote it down.
You're back.
I do have it in one of these. You failed me for the last time. But yeah, so do you want to tell her your regiment?
Uh, yeah, I'll tell her the regiment.
All right. She goes, "Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't realize you lot were stationed in the city. You must be pretty important to get a leave pass. I thought you would have been an officer, though."
Well, I'm getting a medal. A couple medals about that, yeah.
That is very impressive. So, where are you staying? Room for two?
Uh, a hotel?
It's not very useful at all.
I don't remember.
Are you staying there alone?
No, the regiment's there.
Oh,
What time
that.
is it?
Oh, it's 11.
I like count on my fingers to get to the military time, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm late.
She goes, "Right. Sadly, you're also not leaving." As
Oh,
as they turn around, she kind of steps back and like shutters one of the metal gates, and she goes, "So our understanding is that if you're here to get a bunch of medals, you probably would like to be there for that ceremony. And I imagine, well, if you're not an officer, there's at least some people that would like to make sure that you get to that meeting.
eh, probably not.
So we are going to put a call to your unit and inform them that we'll be dropping you off safe and sound, but we're going to need some chits in order to pay for the cab fare. And once they
Mhm.
have transferred that chit, you're free to go. All's fair, right?"
How many people are in this room?
It's her, and then in the next room there is the big guy as well as two other individuals, including another lady.
Um,
So six total.
I only have 5 bullets. All right, I'll bide my time for now.
You doke. All right. So as you're biding your time, the rest of the group, you manage to navigate your way through the city, and you find the weathered sheath at 11:30, and surprisingly, it is all shuttered up. You can actually see the last number of individuals filtering out through the door before they shutter it completely. Sergeant Jones goes and bangs on it, and you can see a guy, the bouncer, going, "Hey, now, calm down, all right? Look, we're closed for the night. All the fights are done, and all these chaps are rather broke at the moment. So unless you got coin and real coin, you can bugger off. I got a date."
If you ever
Sergeant
want to
Jones.
see that date, open the door.
See Sergeant
And
Jones in his Hawaiian shirt and his shorts. He looks over at you, Scipio, and he goes, "Scipio, I am far too intoxicated to eloquently express to this individual what a terrible mistake he is making. would you be so kind as to encourage him to not be a cunt?
Should I give him one chance or two?
Just one's good.
Very well then. I move straight to dominate.
All right, do your roll.
Okay. So let's see. Am I going to fetter this? Well, he's only one person. So if I fetter it, that's only going to be plus 10. And it is, of course, oppositional. He is probably not further than 10 meters. So he needs to
No.
beat 2.8 successes on a will power.
Ooh, this is not going to be good for him.
Yeah, not good for most people.
Just straight willpower. Yeah, no, he's not going to make that.
Yep. So I will just stare at him and go, open the door.
Yeah, he goes, he looks at you for a second. He's like, right, this door is closed. So, no, wait, no, that's not. Right, yeah, so the door needs to open. So, it's fair enough. And he goes and he pushes the pin code and the door opens up. And then afterwards, he's like, oh, what the fuck is that? And immediately, like, two of the other soldiers that are brought just sort of like push him up against the wall and push him out of the way as Staff Sergeant Jones stumbles down the corridor, being like, God damn it.
Yeah,
Ah.
help him down on his way in, and on our way in, just flip him off.
All right, you guys make it down to the bottom, to the main area of the fight, and you see that everything's mostly shuttered down, except there are a handful of individuals with submachine guns. And as soon as you come through the door, they look up and they go, "Hey, who let you in? This fucking belongs closed. We got work to do here. Clear out." And they start to raise their SMGs.
Mhm.
As they're raising their SMGs, you can see there's a couple of other sort of like gangers pulling out like clubs, mono knives, and other implements. And you see Staff Sergeant Jones goes, "Oh, did not plan this far ahead. Hey, look, we're just here to talk, right?" And as he walks in, you notice that he also has a mono knife in his back of his belt as he approaches one of the
Mhm.
individuals with the SMG. And he goes, "We're just looking for a stray soldier. You might have seen him. Goes by the name of Jort. Real dumb motherfucker. Likes to punch things, cooks things. Anyway, he's missing, and we have come to retrieve him." And as everyone sort of looks around, they go, "Yeah, ain't seen no Jort here. Sorry, lads." Everybody roll me awareness.
Yup. I mean, we already know they're lying, at least on that. Hey, success.
Nicely done.
You
Very
see my
good.
spatula on the table over in the corner.
George would never leave that spatula anywhere.
I love that spatula.
I've known him for 24 hours.
Alrighty then. So as you guys are standing there, you do notice that there's a few people walking off with various implements from Jort's sea bag, and as you look, you can actually see his duffel bag over in the corner as people are rifling through the contents. Literally, it says Private Jort with his identification number underneath it stenciled into the bag. More importantly,
Mhm.
you also see a battered and bruised comrade being pulled into the back room.
Yep, that would be it right there.
It's York!
He is still alive. We knew it. We knew it all along.
You watch as a familiar voice, as a song begins to play in the background.
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
And you see the main crime boss steps out and pulls his mask down. You see Sergeant York there with a light machine gun.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But as you guys are standing there, you do see one of the guys looks at you, Scipio, looks at the bag, looks back at the rest of the gang, and goes, "All right, now listen here. None of you are armed. Doesn't have to go badly. We do know where your friend is, and we have every intention of returning him as soon as you provide us with 4,000 chits. He caused quite a bit of damage in this establishment, so until we can pay for those damages, we're gonna hold on to him.
Alexander just straight up says no, pass.
Because the alternative is, whatever it is you're here for, that medal ceremony or whatever, well, they're gonna have to award them posthumously if you keep at this. If you know my meaning. What would you
Mm,
guys like to do? Sergeant Jones is. It looks like he's getting ready to stab the guy, but he's also pretty fucked up. So he's got a hand on him as he's trying to explain about where Jord is, and you're not
yeah,
sure if that's to get him close to stab him or if he's like having difficulty standing up.
right. Definitely a difficult position. Meanwhile, Alexander is already hard node, and also could probably technically take every single person in here. The real question is, will everyone else survive?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, if Alexander's here.
As this is going on, you actually Jort in the lower level, you hear a familiar voice going like, "All of them for this one. Hey, you, Brokefinger. Get a load of this. Your friends have actually come looking for you." And he sort of nudges the woman out of the way, and he goes, "Can you believe this?"
What'd you
And
say? Come closer.
he sort of leans through the bars, and he goes, "Yeah, so all of your friends have arrived looking for you. I guess you must have left a note. So
Oh,
hopefully they're smart enough to leave. Otherwise, they're either going to join you in this cell, or they're going to join you in the afterlife."
oh yeah. I guess I'll join you too. And then I like pull out my gun from like behind my pocket or whatever, and just blast him in the face. Holy shit!
Nice. That is
Wow.
fantastic. And as you pull that gun out, you aim it, you pull the hammer back, you squeeze the trigger, and you hear a click. And he goes, "Yeah, so I guess you didn't check to see if you had ammunition in that revolver.
Uh,
We took that like an
no.
hour. We took that like an hour after you passed out. We're not going to leave you with a loaded weapon. That would be ridiculous."
And then can I pistol whip him?
Yes, you may pistol whip him
Alright.
as he stands there and laughs. I'll even give you the element of surprise. So add a +20 to your attack roll.
Hey.
I'll do an all-out pistol
Oh,
whip.
jeez, and you still barely hit. But yeah, you pistol whip him right in the mouth. Roll damage. Just use the same damage as before.
Oh, that was hit, not damage.
Oh Jesus. He takes 10. Oh man, you rolled terribly too. Yeah, as he takes this straight to the face, and you watch this, and as he pulls his hand away, you notice that like his front teeth are missing, as he just starts bleeding from his face. And he goes, "You should not have done that. Fine, we'll just get another one to ransom." As he opens up the door and he grabs a club and steps in there with you, and that
Oh
is
no.
where it's around that moment that everything on the top floor also begins to kick off, as the sergeant eventually just goes, "Right, Scipio, round two maybe?" And immediately starts trying to stab the person with a knife.
Round two.
And that's where we're going to call it, folks.
Just come screaming out the elevator. Oh, good image. All
All
right.
right. Well done, everybody. That was Leave It to Jort, huh? Well done, everybody. So there's that. Congratulations. You're all big damn war heroes. Hopefully you survived to see the medal ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well done.
All right.
Oh, I should also point out, you guys got your experience points for the previous one, right? Not the previous session,
Yeah.
but we gave it to you. Just hadn't had a chance.
Yes.
So spend all of that if you have not already.
Yep. Already done so.
All right, fantastic.
Me too.
Does anybody have anything else before we call it a night?
I guess a real quick question. On the sci focus manner.
Yes.
I've had a few days with a brand new one. What does that take?
So I'm pretty sure a psi focus has a requisition requirement, but
Probably.
I'm gonna research that to find
Yeah.
out because
Just get
you
back and throw it at me when you figure it out.
because you may end up just freeballing it for a while until you can find a psi focus.
Thankfully, I'm good enough on willpower I could do that.
So you say now.
So I say
But
now.
but
Thanks for
yeah,
the head
so,
wound.
well done. Hopefully you'll have fun exploring the city up until your medal ceremony, and then who knows. But we are getting closer and closer to the end of what I have planned for this campaign. So
Hmm.
we should be able to hit the climax of you guys retiring to a nice farm here in like 5 sessions.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Let's see who actually
Nice.
survives.
Yeah, right? We'll see.
Send
Especially now that
Alexander
you
out to
guys
the
have done
toaster
favor.
farm.
I am impressed that Alexander did not take the work forever on the glorious super heavy battle tank. That was a pretty good out. Pretty good out.
Playing it till the end. It's classic Theta.
My man. That's
All
fucking
right
sick.
then.
Which is I'm a little bit sad because honestly, Sergeant Theta would be fantastic, but I like this. I like
Hmm.
that you're playing it out to the end.
Yeah, let's see what he's got to say. Now I'm talking Sergeant Theta, not so much. Well, yeah.
You can command an army with glares and grunts, my friend. I have faith in your ability to do so.
They have to understand, or else they get shot. They've learned.
Sergeant, they got our friend. What should we do?
Intense head nodding.
It's like, all right, got it. Plan B. Da-da-da-da-da.
Wonderful.
Sergeant, we're pinned down. What should we do? Shoot harder? Got it, Sergeant.
All right then.
That's
I suppose that's everything then for everybody.
all I got.
All right, then let's go ahead and wrap up. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for playing. Thanks for running. I'm Griffin. This is Theta. We run this stream. Come back next week for more shenanigans, and of course, Sundays and Wednesdays we stream all day. So,
Good.
thanks everyone for being here, and we'll catch you all next time. See ya.
See ya.